Just need to steer this little guy right into one of those vents down there.
Area at once. Explosion imminent.
No need to tell me twice.
I've been following your progress. You've done good, Mr. Roslin. I'm moving in to make a formal arrest.
Blakemore's in a bind, but he's not showing it. Let's hope he surrenders without too much fuss.
I've got him just where I want him. Now is the moment to apprehend him while he is at his weakest. It's time for the fleet to exert its authority on this matter. Your aid has been invaluable, Mr. Roslin, but you need to step aside and allow the weight of galactic law to do its work.
Well, let's see how this goes down with the locals.
Attention, this is Commissioner Hawk of the Colonial Fleet. The G&B leadership is to relinquish its position at once. This is your only warning.
I had a feeling it was you behind these nuisance incursions all along, Hawk. You are well beyond your jurisdiction and are overstepping your boundaries. Here in the DMZ, I call the shots.
Oscar Blakemore, you are to present yourself at the docking area for immediate arrest.
You have no powers here, and to prove that point, here is my authority to take you into custody.
What's going on? Elites using wormholes? Surprise, surprise. Damn it. They seem to have received weapon upgrades too. And Ghost is gone with the mainframe disruptor. Oh, this is real bad.
Command your elite units to stand down at once.
If Commissioner falls into Blakemore's hands, nothing will stand in his way.
All systems are down.
G&B appear to have successfully disabled the Commissioner's cruiser.
This is just getting worse. One more hit and I'm done for.
Units, hold your fire. Now, whatever malicious software you hit my mining fleet with surely has reversal codes. So I'm going to ask you nicely, at first, give me the codes or the Commissioner dies, and then you die.
Don't do it, Adam!
Killing a fleet officer would really be crossing the point of no return, Blakemore. Give up while you can and end this craziness.
You are not in the position to be making demands. Your deaths will be my pleasure.
Boss, wait. Let me handle this. I believe I can persuade our visitor to hand over the codes. All I need is to jog his memory and help him set his priorities.
If it saves time, do it. I'll keep the Commissioner here as collateral.
After you, brother. Where are you taking me? Somewhere you need to see. Let's just say, back to where it all began.
remember this place, right? Where we were created. Yeah, unnerving, isn't it? A proper family reunion. Why did you bring me here? I wanted to show you the handiwork of your Commissioner Hawk. She did this. Shutting down cloning facilities was a fleet directive. We are an embarrassment to keep concealed from the homeworlds, but you know that. Hawk has been using that as leverage against you, and playing you for a fool. You've been working the wrong side. You've forgotten where we belong. Our future is in the Beltigrades, and with GNB. You obviously have no understanding of what's at stake here. You can't touch the comet. It'll mean war. Millions will die. Once we have the Viridium, we can handle the Okar. I wouldn't be so sure of that. With enough of their sacred resources, we can match Okar technology. That wormhole tech was just a taste. Blakemore is a visionary. Under his leadership, the Beltigrades can be its own entity. I don't think that would serve anyone but himself. Do you want to waste your existence in obscurity? I know you, as well as I know myself. You want to be a part of this. It's in our DNA. But at what cost? We are the perfect vessels for a new era, and together we could achieve marvelous things. Being clones doesn't make us genetically superior. We might share the same DNA, but we're really nothing alike at all. It's disappointing to find you so unreceptive. We're the last, you know. All our brothers gone, dead. We could have made the perfect team. Is this how you do your bargaining? I really don't need you, you know. The virus you uploaded is only a minor setback. Let me spell this out for you. I will dismantle the life you have built, your pathetic den, and the degenerates you collected within it. Unless you hand over the codes. Let's make it easier for all of us. Don't mess with my friends!
The ship's damage is critical. I strongly advise that you use the nearby repair bay.
Are you telling me this bay is still operational?
That seems to be the case.
Repairs complete. Let's get the hell out of here while we still can.
It appears that your clone counterpart has extricated himself from his predicament and could be airborne very soon.
That was it. You blew your last chance. I may as well leave you here to rot. It's parsecs from the heart of the DMZ, and without my wormhole tech, you're as good as buried here. If you ever make it back to Cedo, you'll find nothing but ashes and dust where your base used to be. Have fun dying slowly in the knowledge that your friends will die before you. Damn it. We better act fast. Hive, where are we exactly?
We are currently in the Keone system, which is centered around a neutron star of the same name. The system contains several smaller planetoids and is considered uninhabitable due to the residual radiation from the resident star's relatively recent supernova. Your clone counterpart was correct in his assertion that we may be stuck, as I detect no operational jump gates here. Another means of travel will be necessary.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Carla, do you read me?
How did it go, Nama?
I need your help urgently for getting me out of where I am right now. Are there any locations close to my position where I could construct a spatial bypass?
No, not at your location. I would need a little more data. Send me some scans from other locations nearby, Toka, so I can analyze them.
Okay. I'll explore the nearby planetoids in order to get you the information you need. Can you put me through to Delia or Ben?
Adam, what's your status? Was the mission a success?
Things didn't quite pan out as expected. It seems my clone counterpart knows the base's location, and the elite squad could be headed straight for you, primed to obliterate you. The mining fleet isn't going anywhere for now. But where it all went wrong is when Hawk arrived on the scene to apprehend Blakemore, and the elites appeared out of nowhere. They've been fitted out with some kind of Okar wormhole tech. From what I can gather, that's what their mission to the Byron system was about.
What can we do? I'm not sure this place could withstand an assault.
Mount whatever defenses you can until I get back. Brief the others to make urgent preparations and muster any firepower they can. Ghost made it out with Hawk's mole Tammy, and they'll hopefully get to be with you soon, so you'll have some more help there.
We're in pretty deep, aren't we?
Ben, now more than ever, you need to protect the people we've given a home to. Please. I can't have them die because of me.
I'll do my best.
I remember the carrier all right, but I don't remember it being out here.
Data unavailable. Most likely a clone carrier left over from the Okar Wars.
Hey, Hive. If you knew each of my earlier iterations, what can you tell me about the particular one I'm up against?
I can recall all of your versions, but to distinguish them characteristically is beyond my capabilities.
I guess all I really need to know is that now it's just me and him. At one of the highlighted locations. How does this look to you?
No, this is not a suitable place. You need to move on.
Damn it! I really don't need these setbacks right now. Adam to base. Any visitors yet? Any updates?
Ghost and Tammy have arrived. No sign of any G&B yet, thankfully. Eduardo thinks he has a way of getting the on-site artillery up and running again.
The turrets? They look beyond repair last time I inspected them. That sure sounds hopeful.
There are reserve turrets under the surface that could be put to use, if we could figure out how to link a power supply to them.
Seems like you've got the situation under control.
We need you here, Adam. We can't mount a proper defense without you.
I'm working on getting back as soon as I can. Another vision. Patch me through to the dock.
Give me news.
Hey, Delia. I need to consult with you on a medical matter. I've been experiencing flashbacks lately. They're becoming more intense. I had them before, but ever since I teamed up with Dax and things got put into motion, they've been getting worse. Like they're catching up with me.
Possibly triggered by stress. I'm not sure what I could prescribe. Hang in there, Adam. It's your strength that's carrying us all right now. I'm sorry I can't be of more help, but this sounds to me like an inner conflict, which only you can resolve. Meds won't help. Will you at least keep me updated if it happens again?
Yeah. Thanks, Doc. I've got a good feeling about this location, tingling in my bones. How does it look to you, Kala?
Yes, Kliko, there is a rip, but it doesn't work like that yet.
Just what I need. What's the problem? I came across these ancient structures before. After defeating the wardens that were guarding them, a portal would open and transport me somewhere else. Maybe that's the broken rip.
That would be a level assumption, and one to explore, although you know I disapprove greatly of this experimentation.
Well, tough. Let's see if I can summon an ancient warden and make something happen. Time is running out. There's the missing cube. Now I just need to get it back to that little chamber. That released the warden. But where did it go? It seems to have moved to that lens and activated it. Let's see where it needs to be pointed. to the next one. The next. Time to put your ancient soul to rest. Easy putting those things down. One day we'll figure out where they're really from. Let's head inside the structure and check if a portal is open.
Your actions do not appear to have resulted in the desired effect. No portal has materialized.
Sure this is the right spot for a spatial bypass?
Yes, Kliko, but something is still interfering with the connection. Maybe we can modify that.
Okay. How would I go about that?
I'll send you instructions of everything we need.
Let's see. Great. Got everything I need. It seems to be working. Guys, I'll be right there. Looks like we have visitors.
We just picked them up. Looks like G&B scouts. Obviously the advance party.
Let me take care of them.
We're way out in the open now, in any case.
Wow, it worked! See, I've
Wasn't all that bad.
On appearances, yes. Although we shouldn't discount the possibility that we have entered a parallel universe.
With a similarly grouchy onboard AI?
Nah, I doubt it, Hive. You're one of a kind.
All probabilities are equally probable.
Look who's back.
Dude, what happened back there? I thought we had the situation totally under control.
So did I. Whatever new tech the elites got their hands on changed everything. Hawk and I were completely caught sideways.
So they got her, but how did you escape?
Long story short, they tried to recruit me to their team, but I made a break for it. We don't have long before they throw their full force at us. What's the status on those turrets?
I managed to reactivate 3 of the submerged turrets. Although, unfortunately, the power flow is interrupted and they will need to be hooked up manually. For this, I brought the energy sphere dispenser below the hangar back online. Now we only need to carry energy spheres to the turrets to power them back up.
I can manage that.
The artillery is quite energy hungry. 1 energy sphere is only sufficient for a limited amount of rounds, so they may need to be recharged continuously during a prolonged engagement.
Dude! Your talking man machine is amazing! Where can I get one?
Eduardo isn't a toy, Alec. G&B could be here any minute. Let's get right to it. Tareen, Alec, Ghost, you guys ready your ships for imminent battle?
I am now more ready than I have ever been.
I was born ready.
I'm so ready! I was ready before I even knew what was going on!
That's the spirit. Let's do this.
Turret's powered up. On to the next. Damn, they're here. And they brought the big guns.
I have to take matters into my own hands. It's high time you were neutralized. You people have become a thorn in the side of G&B, which needs removing. Our plans for the Comet were put into motion long before you decided to interfere, and we won't be stopped. Prepare to pay the price for your actions. Units, shoot the external defenses while we target the base.
Sir, yes, sir. Eduardo, concentrate artillery fire on Blakemore's carrier.
What the hell is going on? Our intelligence was clear that this base's defenses were no longer operable. How was this information wrong?
The last known survey of this outpost showed that defenses were obsolete.
And how long ago was that? Were you the intelligence on this matter, Callahan? Figures. Roslin would have finished the job already.
I better power up the other turrets fast.
Resistance is spirited, but your downfall inevitable.
How is everybody?
These cowards do not fight with honor. This is our advantage.
Right on.
fired from the carrier.
Those are mining torpedoes. They could shatter this asteroid to pieces.
I need to intercept them fast. All turrets powered up.
You are only prolonging the outcome. You will soon be consigned to history.
All turrets powered up.
Massive projectiles were just fired from the carrier.
Those are mining torpedoes. They could shatter this asteroid to pieces.
I need to intercept them fast.
You are only prolonging the outcome. You will soon be consigned to history.
Sir, our shields are down.
I've had enough of this. Fire all reserve torpedoes at once.
Aye, aye, sir.
There is a barrage of torpedoes incoming. Intercept as many of them as you can, or we won't withstand the combined impact.
On it. Your feeble defense is only an irritation, soon to be removed.
Ah, shut it, Blakemore. Everyone okay?
I'm doing fantastic! How are you, buddy?
Yeah, well, I suppose I've been in more intense situations, but I can't think of them right now.
Several torpedoes are incoming.
You behave defiantly, which is all the more reason I should annihilate you all.
To think I used to work for you.
We've received some direct hits, but base integrity still looks good. We're taking some...
Sir, we have suffered heavy damages. Shields are depleted. Damn it! I'm ordering a tactical disengagement. All units return to base. Scrap! My engine's overheating. I can't jump. Request immediate assistance. Your ship, your problem, Callahan. Fix it yourself and get back to base. Hey, wait! You can't just leave me here!
I can't help but see the poetic justice in this. Remember when you left us in the lurch, Callahan?
Whatever. You suck, and I wish I would have known a lot sooner how much you sucked. I would have sent you to your death before you got any delusions.
I'm giving you this chance to walk away, Callahan. You're nothing without G&B. Without that little bit of power they give you, you ain't worth scrap. You're pathetic.
Screw you and the shit can you rode in on.
Watch out! The artillery! Eduardo, turn off the auto lock. Too late. Callahan's gone. I don't think he'll be missed. Blakemore's men have taken a hammering, but they could return at any time. We need to preempt that.
We need to hit them first.
You took the words right out of my mouth. It would seem the obvious thing to do, all right. Wonder where my clone counterpart was in all this. I suspect up to much worse. Let's meet inside.
How's it looking?
We're holding up, but not sure if we'd be able to survive another assault like that. You reckon a counterattack is feasible?
There are enough people in the DMZ having serious issues with G&B. I've been thinking, if we can get the miners on Vesna on our side, we could easily turn things in our favor.
What about this guy? You sure about him?
There's something about him that reminds me of my younger self. I don't know, maybe I was that arrogant before I figured people out a little. But he could be a big help.
Dude, if I was even 10% interested, believe me, you know.
Does that mean I'm in with a 9% chance?
You show respect to the people on this base or you're out before you know it.
Okay. I get it.
Like the males of Ulang Kshtak.
Fascinating. An example of humanoid mating rituals never observed by an Okar before.
Ha! This is nothing. You should see how the Horak do it.
Listen up. I didn't exactly plan to still be here. Like an old friend of mine used to say, plans are for fools. We're about as random a group as the Beltagrades has to offer. We come from all different backgrounds, all different races. Some of us are outcasts, some are screw-ups, some are lost with no way home, and some told they don't belong. But we all found our way to each other, and we all belong here. We have this base thanks to a man named Dax Bashar. He died before most of you arrived, but he taught me a lot about trust and esteem. That's our strength, the respect we have for each other. Because the enemy we're up against has no regard for anything but profit and power. Let's teach them a lesson and make the DMZ a better place. Are you guys in?
Hell, you know I'm totally behind you.
Let's kick some GMB butt.
It is the righteous thing.
Without the Commissioner's cruiser to back us up, we don't have the firepower to take on Blakemore and his elites alone. But we've got friends. Before we head to Vesna Mining Colony, it's time to call in some favors.
I have a feeling Officer Shaw at Nephthys Plains will be on our side. It's well known he's had issues with the way G&B has been running things.
A high-ranking figure like him could persuade the G&B miners to switch sides against Blakemore. I should start with him. I'll pay him a visit.
I could have a word with the Coalition. They told me only to come back if the cluster was about to implode. I think this situation counts. Anyway, they love me around there.
Good idea, Alec. Bet Ming Young would be on our side. Marie DeVint has a pretty decent rig and might be persuaded to lend a hand, if I ask nicely. And Cato at Prescott would surely contribute if it meant less regulation for his operations. While me and Ella go wrangle support, all of you go get your ships battle ready. Once the pieces are in place, we'll need to move fast. There'll only be one shot at this. We'll have to strike hard.
What if they come back while you're gone?
The elite squad took a hammering. Blakemore's carrier was banged up pretty bad. I'm thinking they're not gonna come looking for another fight too soon. But stay sharp all the same. Be ready for anything. I'll be as quick as possible.
Loud and clear. How's it going, bucko?
Not so great. I don't know if you're aware of the situation, but we may be facing another war with the Okar if we don't stop G&B from dragging us into it.
There have been signs of something afoot, and G&B movements and a raid I heard too. Are you mixed up in all this?
Let me level with you. Oscar Blakemore has gone insane and is jeopardizing everyone in the DMZ. I'm the guy trying to put a stop to his plans.
I always knew you had it in you, from the first time I slapped eyes on you.
I'm trying to enlist all the help I can get to launch an assault on Vesna Mining Colony.
Well, any new conflict with the Okar would be the end of my business. I'm assuming that you want me to lend a hand with my Flying Duchess?
If you're willing.
Sonny, I would relish the chance to put the boot into G&B. Count me in.
I knew I could rely on you. Thanks, Marie. When I send the call, we'll assemble above Vesna. hope Shaw is as open to discussion as Marie DeVint was.
Mr. Roslin, how nice to have you visit us again. I believe this is more than a social call.
You'd be right about that. I need to have a word with you about your boss.
Oscar Blakemore? He has long forgotten that our outpost exists at all. Supplies haven't reached us in eons.
He has been preoccupied with other things, causing quite a bit of trouble with the Okar. Let me fill you in.
No need. We may be cut off from the center of affairs, but we're not completely blind to the events unfolding. I have been picking up bits and pieces from GMB internal communications, and have registered the rising tensions with the Okar. There's quite a degree of nervousness among my colleagues about this. There was also a recent raid on Vesna. I can put two and two together myself. Blakemore is undoubtedly the root of all this trouble. He's the worst thing to have happened to this company. And you are somehow involved.
Yes, I was part of that raid. We failed. Now Blakemore has a fleet commissioner hostage.
This is indeed serious. I'm waiting, Mr. Roslin, for you to get to the point.
I think you might be the voice of reason in all this. You could talk some sense to the miners on Vesna and bring them around.
That would be mutiny. However, Blakemore does need to be removed from his post and Okar assets left intact. There is a moment in every man's life where purpose becomes clear, and you have brought mine to my door. I shan't take much time to reflect on your proposal because it is clearly the right thing to do. What do you need of me?
See, that's what I like about you, Shaw. You're straight up old school. I believe you're the most decent guy in G&B and will want to see things righted. Get together whatever fighting force you can muster and meet me above Vesna. If possible, use those G&B internal comms to tell the miners to down tools and stay out of the fray.
You are a true man of action, Mr. Roslin. I must say, I have developed a real admiration for you.
The admiration is mutual.